subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell icon. Thank you.
Hello my wonderful people and welcome back to my channel. Finally, Inec chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu has finally been exposed as he was alleged to have paid 3 billion naira to secure reappointment. Inside details of how chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission Professor Mahmood Yakubu secured reappointment for a second term in office have emerged. Yakubu, who was first appointed as head of electoral umpire on October 21, 2015 by President Muhammadu Buhari, had his first tenure come to an end in October this year. But like many public officials favored by the power blocks in Aso Rock Villa, Nigerian seat of power, he was immediately rewarded with another term of 5 years. However, findings from reporters have revealed that securing a second tenure in office didn't come cheap for Professor Yakubu, as he had to part ways with huge sum amounts of money to facilitate his reappointment. According to a top insider, Yakubu paid at least 3 billion naira in bribes to have his tenure as Inec chairman extended by another 5 years. He paid a princely sum of 2 billion naira to a group led by Senate President Ahmed Lawan and another 1 billion naira to another group. These huge funds were deployed and mobilized by a civil servant and director in Inec who is described as wealthy and in charge of strategic department. The director was also aided by a contractor to the commission, Mohammed Sani Musa, who is presently a serving senator from Naija State, responsible for the printing of INEC ballot papers used for the elections under a company, Active Technologies, the sources told reporters. It was further gathered that the reappointment of Yakubu as INEC boss was further made possible with the death of President Buhari's former chief of staff, Abba Kyari, and Alhaji Issa Fantua, and the disappearance of the public glare of Maman Daura, a key member of a trusted group of allies Buhari relies on before making important decisions. The absence of these men, it was gathered, created the perfect avenue for the powerful government officials with vested interest to persuade the president into handling Yakubu a fresh term in office. According to the source, the return of Yakubu as INEC boss was part of a larger ongoing tussle among power brokers in the country to have the agency under their firm control ahead of the 2023 general elections, which to a large extent will determine the fate of the ruling All Progressive Congress. There are currently at least 4 power blocks within the APC, all fighting to determine persons to occupy key positions in the agency ahead of 2023. One group is said to be headed by Senate President Lawan, another by Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, a third led by Deputy Senate President Ovie Omo Agege, while the fourth group comprises key individuals in the Aso Rock Villa alongside Bola Tinubu's caucus. In the current struggle to take over INEC, the Aso Rock group took the lead very early to outsmart others when they forwarded the name of Mrs. Dorita Onoche as a National Commissioner nominee to replace a South-South candidate, Dr. Mustapha Lekki, representing the zone whose tenure elapsed on November 9th. Unfortunately, Mr. Lekki is the INEC chairmanship candidate being sponsored by the Deputy Senate President Omo Agege. Hence, he vehemently raised legitimate concern about the credibility of Onoche, even though in actual fact, he did that because of the implication of that choice for his own candidate, who is reputed to be the most corrupt national commissioner and a consultant to politicians. The Aso Rock group put Onoche forward even when a serving South-South candidate was from the same senatorial zone in Delta State. In the haste to extinguish the deputy Senate president's candidate, they failed to conduct the required on-ground diligence in Delta State. In any event, the action of Aso Rock Group also took the Senate President's Group by surprise when the letter containing the nomination of the Inec National Commissioner nominees, including Onoche, was sent to the Senate President, and it was read on the floor of the Senate. The shock and awe tactics by the Aso Rock Group pushed the Ahmed Lawan's group a few hours later to respond by riding on public sentiment against the nomination. Hence, it was reported that the Senate caucus then wrote to the president requesting for another nominee to replace Onoche. This was done to enable the Lawan group to perfect their own ongoing compromise negotiation with Professor Yakubu, who was desperate to get a second term and was willing to meet any demands made on him to secure a second term. To preempt the AGF Malami group that had already penciled their own chairmanship candidate, who is also a professor from the north, the Lawan group moved quickly ahead of the Malami group to get the nod of President Buhari, and immediately Professor Yakubu's reappointment was announced in the media, but no letter to the effect was read on the floor of the Senate. The procedural omission was to checkmate Malami's group that were also going to get an approval from the president. The tragedy of the presidency at the moment is that any group that gets the president first gets endorsement. In fact, the recent strategy is to get your nominee for any appointment announced first in the media to commit the government and then get the president's signature on it later. That was how the Ahmed Lawan's group triumphed for now before the Senate proceeded on recess to deal with the 2021 budget. Omo Agege's group had been lobbying in the past few months to have Dr. Lekki from Edo State as chairman, using his Muslim faith to campaign to those around the president. Ironically, those who position themselves for the interest of Bola Tinubu have not been able to make meaningful inroads to influence the choice of those to be appointed into the commission. As things stand, electoral integrity and the independency on Inec is gone and does not matter in the motivation of any of the contending groups, and they portend a grave danger for democracy in Nigeria, the source disclosed. This development, according to findings by reporters, has cast a shadow of doubt over the integrity and fairness of the 2023 general elections under the APC-led federal administration in Nigeria. On November 12th, Hope Democratic Party, one of the parties earlier deregistered by Inec, filed a suit at the Federal High Court to stop the Nigerian Senate from screening Professor Yakubu for a second term in office. A statement by Awal Al-Budlahi, for a national chairman of the party, said that Yakubu's reappointment did not follow due process, as a meeting of the Council of State did not deliberate upon it and approve it as demanded by the 1999 Constitution. No date has been fixed for the hearing. However, Yakubu has stepped aside since November 9th, pending his confirmation by the Senate. Ahmed Muazu is currently heading the electoral agency as the acting chairman. All right, my wonderful people, this is the news we have for you, saying that the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has finally been exposed for allegedly paying 3 billion naira to secure reappointment. If I'm to say, that is so outrageous. Nigeria is the only country where you hear that people pay money to gain a position. But come to think of it, in other normal country, because I know that Nigeria is not a normal country, people get appointments according to merit. They have to merit to be on a seat of power. You can't just come and buy the seat of power with your money. Things are not done that way. I beckon on Nigerian government to look into this matter before it gets out of hand. All right, my wonderful people, I would like to know what you think concerning this at the comment section. I would like to know that you're in support of Yakubu or you're against him. Do well, subscribe to this channel. See you in my next video. Thank you.